We are back for another lesson number 8, April 24th, 2022. Lesson theme, David's forgiveness of his son. Key verse, though the Lord art good and ready for forgiveness, or to forgive, ready to forgive. And you find part of that verse in Psalm chapter 86, verse 5. Lesson objective, learners will compare David's half-hearted forgiveness to the complete forgiveness of God. Bible principle, those who know God's forgiveness must develop their ability to forgive. Lesson application, I will show a forgiving spirit by saying, I'm sorry. I'll forgive others completely, even though I cannot always forgive or forget their actions. So some things will be hard, but you still forgive them even if it hurts a lot. The paragraph it gives me titled, David's Son Comes Home. And we're looking in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 14, verses 32 through chapter 18, verse 33. Quite a few verses there. David came to the throne of Israel and conquered his enemies. He established his capital in Jerusalem. His son Solomon was to become king after his father's death. However, another son, Absalom, tried to steal the kingdom through rebellion and take over his father's throne. After having another brother killed, Absalom moved to another area. After 3 years, he returned to Jerusalem, but never fully gained his father's forgiveness or trust. When he marched against David's army, his forces were suddenly defeated and the rebellion crushed. Absalom was killed in the battle. David openly mourned the death of his rebellious son. He did not want him to be hurt, but whatever had to be done, had to be done. Devotional, forgive others as God forgives you. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. You can find that verse in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. Which gets us to our new words. Rebellion, to fight against someone. Tender-hearted, kind feelings, to be understanding. Which gets us to our story time, which is our Bible lesson. Absalom was King David's son. He wanted to be the king when David died. He knew that God had chosen his brother, Solomon. Absalom did not want Solomon to be king. He sent spies throughout all the land, trying to get people to take his side. He put together an army to march against his father. In Bible days, the gate of the city was a very important place. Every day, men would set up their tables and sell things. Younger men would come to the gate to get help from the older men. The older men would help them solve their problems. Absalom went to the gate every day. He would stand at the gate and say to the people, if I were king, I would solve your problems. King David was sad. He did not want his son to fight against him. He knew that Absalom was not the one that God wanted to be king. King David forgave his son, but he did not forget what he had done to him. He forgave him half-heartedly. King David had to go to battle against his own son. He had strong warriors on his side. Absalom lost the battle. Absalom rode on a mule under a giant oak tree. His long hair got caught in the branches. His mule ran away and left him hanging. Some men found Absalom hanging in the tree. They killed him. When King David heard that his son died, he cried. He said, "Absalom, Absalom, my son." David had finally forgiven Absalom and forgotten his sins. He was sad to lose his son, even though he had done no wrong. We all do wrong things. God is sad when we sin. Jesus died on the cross for our sins because Jesus died for our sins. We can be forgiven. When we are sorry for our sins, God will forgive us. God forgives and forgets our sins because he loves us always. And that concludes our lesson for today. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If not, got your minds refreshing. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. That just notifies you whenever the video is posted. Right now I'm doing a catch-up on my videos. So there's going to be a whole bunch of videos on this day. But hopefully you guys will come back again and watch another video. Thanks for watching.